So are guns good investments? Let's talk about it. So quick story, this is a Beretta Silver Pigeon 3. I bought this about 3 years ago. I paid a lot of money for it, 2,500 bucks. I know, it's a lot, I get it. But I paid 2,500 bucks for this. And now 3 years later, this thing on websites, they're going around 3,500 bucks for this gun. So $1,000 increase in value over 3 years. The thing about this is not only will it go up in value, something like this, it's also, I think, a work of art. I know a lot of you guys probably like to have paintings on your walls. I like to have this on my wall. The other thing is I'm a user, I'm not a collector. So a lot of you guys may be collectors, all you do is collect guns, but I like to use guns. So I use this for hunting every year, quail, squirrel, that kind of thing. So I'm a user. Now, I think there are 4 factors that will help us to understand if guns are a good investment or not. And so I want to get into that today because, you know, a lot of guys are asking me, man, I want to spend a lot of money on this firearm, but I'm not sure if it's going to have the return. And the thing is, you know, for the return, I mean, the ultimate, you know, idea on investment is that what you can get back for it. A lot of us don't want to sell our firearms ever. So whether it's a shotgun like this, again, this is 20 gauge, 28-inch barrel, that kind of thing, or if it's an AR or a deer hunting rifle, 30-06 or a 308 or something, you know, we're not going to want to sell that. But if you had to, like if something went down and you actually had to sell it, I mean, could you make your money back and more? Is it a good investment? And so I've like narrowed this down to 4 factors that will, I think, inform us on how to determine if a gun like this or any other kind of firearm is a good investment. So let's get into that. All right, so the first factor is quality. And obviously, if you went and bought a, you know, $100 22 rifle or something, you're probably not going to get the return on investment that you put into it. So I would even venture to say it might even go down in value, depending on some of these other factors that we talk about today. But, you know, if I went and bought a $100 22, you know, in 5 years and I try to sell it, is probably not, you know, probably going to be, you know, a whole lot more than that. But if you actually put in your money into a high quality firearm, I mean, this Beretta right here, the Silver Pigeon 3, is high quality. And so buying a high quality firearm is going to put you in a better place to get a return on your investment, on that money. So guys, maybe some of you are watching this because you're like, you know what, I need some kind of rationale or justification to buy, you know, a gun that I really want to buy, and I need to convince my wife or something. Well, this is your video here today. But one of them is buying a high quality firearm because you're going to get a better, I hate to say it this way, better bang for your buck if you go for something a little bit more high quality than very low quality. So number 1 is just quality itself. So factor number 2 is actually the user experience. So if you are a user, which I hope you are, you know, you're a user of firearms, the thing is, the problem about that is that if you use it too much and it's got a lot of like scrapes and I don't know, other kinds of defects because you're using it really hard all the time, well, obviously it's gonna be lower in value. So if it's kept in good condition and you clean it often and you take good care of it, you know, and even have a good case for it. You saw the case earlier in the video that I have for this. I can just break it down, and that's how I carry it. When I go hunting for quail and squirrel and other things, I just break it down and put it in that case. So your user experience is also going to be a factor in this. So if you are planning to be a user, which I recommend, then make sure you take good care of it. Make sure that at the end of your shooting, if you go hunting or, you know, if it's just at the range or something, make sure that you clean it out and that, you know, you don't have any scratches and scrapes and all that kind of stuff, especially like in a stock, that kind of thing. But certainly user experience, another factor, key factor in determining the resale value and really the overall investment in a firearm. All right, so a third factor here is politics. I know, I'm not going to get into politics really, but this is an issue that you got to consider for an investment for a firearm like this. So, oftentimes, I mean, a lot of you maybe are investors in stocks in firearms. And again, when we think about investments, we might think about stocks, gold, silver, real estate, other kinds of things, but maybe not firearms. But politics does play a factor into the value of a firearm. And typically what I've seen, and I don't care if you're on the left, right, whatever, but typically what I've seen with regards to politics is that whenever there's a liberal or Democrat that's coming into office, that the value of those firearms tends to go up. And the reason for that is there's a fear that the liberals or Democrats will try to suppress the firearms or the magazines. Let's say you got a AR-15, suppress something with the magazines or whatever it is. And of course, as you know, the basic laws of economics is that you got supply and demand. And when the supply goes down, demand goes up. And so there's an increased demand, which also means there's an increase in the value of those firearms. So that's one thing to consider, is if you are purchasing a firearm, the timing of that may be important. So if you believe that, okay, maybe a Democrat's about to take office, a liberal's about to take office, they want to shut down firearms to some extent in our country, well, it might be a good time to go ahead and pull the trigger. I mean, there's all these puns here. Pull the trigger on that and go ahead and buy that firearm now, and then wait till that goes up and resell if you want to at that point. If you don't, well, then you can just keep it and use it and put it for art on your wall or whatever. But certainly politics going to play a factor in this decision. All right, so a fourth factor to consider when you think about firearms as an investment is just the culture. Now, I define a culture as the expressed beliefs and values of a community, whether that's local, regional, or national. So the expressed values or beliefs of a community, local, regional, national. So sometimes cultures shift. I mean, they do shift. I mean, over time, you might have a cultural shift of beliefs or philosophies or values on something, including firearms. And if a culture is shifting one way, then you need to be aware of that, because it might have a lower value or a higher value on that firearm. So, I mean, we've seen this over the years many times, cultural shifts back and forth. And this is something this is just kind of like a situational awareness issue right here, that you're just aware of what's going on around you and how, whether it's social media or elsewhere, and you're just aware of those cultural trends and shifts and whether that might impact, the value of your firearm or not. And so that's, I'll look at all those factors. But again, this firearm right here, to go up $1,000 in 3 years as value, as a user, as someone who likes to put this on the wall, for art purposes, that kind of thing, I mean, I'll do that all day long. Now, do I plan on selling this? No. But if I had to, like if it was a situation where I needed to for some reason, we get deep in debt, some situation, I had to sell it, well, I've just made money. Even with inflation, it still makes money. So at the end of the day, again, considering those four factors, a firearm can be a good investment. The thing is, I prefer real estate. I prefer tangible things I can touch and feel and know where they are rather than stocks. But some of you guys love stocks, and that's cool. But for me, I like tangible things. And this is a very, very tangible thing to invest in. Guys, I hope it's been helpful for you today. And please leave your thoughts, your questions, your comments down below. Because this is a very important topic. I mean, a lot of guys, they want to go buy a gun and they're trying to justify the expense on buying that firearm, and they're maybe only thinking about using it at the range or home defense, self-defense, something like that. and they're not thinking about this piece of an investment. Like it could be an investment. I mean, a lot of people think, well, it's not really an investment because you're not actually selling it. Well, you're also not selling your stocks either. I mean, most of us, you know, if we buy stocks or we have some kind of 401k or something like that, we're not cashing out of that until much later in life. It could be the same thing with a firearm, or this could be something, if it's nice enough quality, it's an heirloom, and you just pass it down to your children, their children to their children. And I've got several of those from my great-grandfather from World War I. And so, I mean, issued from World War I, I've got his 30-06, pretty amazing. So you could do that. So it's, you know, the idea of investment is maybe even beyond just monetary value. It's maybe even relational value and some other key factors like that. So, but guys, yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Really appreciate you guys and what you do for us and for our channel. And if you would be so kind to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel, really appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next video.